spending so much time perfecting your resume only to get it lost in a sea of applicants. That's so frustrating. That's why today I wanted to share my top resume hacks to get your resume noticed by those sales professionals. So if that's something that you're interested in, then keep on watching. Hi everyone, I'm Ashley, and for the best career tips in the sales world, please be sure to click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. So let's get right on into the video. I've been in sales for about 9 years and worked for many large corporations in the sales industry and landed some pivotal career-changing moments. So now it's your turn. Let's get right into those resume hacks. First things first, sales roles are results driven. Everyone is a team player. Everyone is a people person, but what sets you apart than the other candidates? So pretty much, this company that you're applying for wants to know how you can make them money, especially in sales. You are pretty much a dollar sign, essentially. So they need to know if you're going to eventually make them money to better their business. So when you're writing your resume, and you always need to put how you made your previous role money. So for instance, you achieved 98% of your goal. Put that on the resume. And not only put the 98%, put a dollar value to it. So if you achieved 98% of your goal and that generated $300,000 or $1 million or $500, it's all a spectrum. You need to put how much money you made for your previous job or your previous employer. You need to put dollar figures in your resume. You can't just say, I'm a great team player. Because what does that mean? That really means nothing, essentially. Or you can't just put, I am results driven. No, you have to put the results that you made. And let's be honest, not every month or every year you make your goal. So what you need to do is tailor that and parlay that into a positive. So say you only hit 75% of your goal. Do not put that on the resume. Do not put you achieved 75% of your goal, because no one wants to know that you barely made it. You barely made it. No, you say you have generated $400,000 into your goal. You can explain yourself in the interview, but in your resume, they honestly don't know what your goal was. They see that big $400,000 number. They're like, she makes money or he makes money. So that is what you need to do. Always put your results on a sales resume, because at the end of the day, no one cares how great of a team player you are. No one cares about how you are just results driven. No one cares about how much you are a people person, because at the end of the day, every person that you're probably applying against, they're all people persons or persons people. Or I don't really know how to put that into plural language, but we're salespeople. We all like talking to people, but as a sales professional, you need to set yourself apart on how you're a go-getter, how you turned what was going to just bring in $5 and how you parlayed that into $100. You always need to add results into your resume. Also, instead of just putting manage accounts, because typically in sales you manage accounts, you need to explain what exactly that means. You always need to explain what certain things mean. Manage accounts sounds great, but manage accounts, what type of accounts? Did you manage big accounts? Did you manage little bit accounts? Did you really manage accounts? My recommendation would be, so I would say something along the lines of, you managed accounts, okay? You managed $5 million accounts. So you managed $5 million accounts, which converted into $3 million in revenue. See how that sounds a little bit different? Instead of just saying you managed accounts, no, you managed this many accounts that generated this much revenue. So it's the same thing what you've done, but when someone's reading your resume, it's like, oh man, she managed big tier accounts that generate this amount of revenue. She can do the same thing for our company. So the biggest thing is, how can you turn your line item in your resume into money? Because sales were about money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. So that's the biggest takeaway. I'm curious. So I'm assuming you came to my video because you're in the sales industry or you want to get into the sales industry. So comment below, what is your favorite thing about sales? Is it the negotiation? Is it the money? Because for me, it kind of is a little bit of everything, because I am a people person. I love to talk. I can talk all day. So I like to meet new people, and I like the money aspect on it, because the harder you work, the more money you make in the perfect world. So that is my favorite thing. So what's your favorite thing? Comment that below. My next hack is education. Depending on which role you're applying to, education is great, but it's not a deciding factor, because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, the people that you're applying against probably have the same degrees or same type of schooling that you have. So for me, putting your education at the top of your resume, if you look at a lot of templates, they put education probably right after the objective. So it's your name, your objective, and your education. Honestly, your education should probably be after your work experience, because when someone's quickly going through hundreds and thousands of resumes, they want to see what you've done career-wise. So I personally think that's more important than your 4-year degree in college. Now, obviously, if you were a doctor, you're going into a more specialty role, education is important. But you need to definitely put your work experience in your your most recent job first, and then keep going in chronological order. Sometimes that may change as well. We'll get into that in maybe another video. But put your work experience in chronological order. And then once you're like, oh my gosh, she has some great work experience. Oh my gosh, she made that much money. She can sell. Then they're like, oh, does she have a bachelor's? Yes, she has a bachelor's. Because at the end of the day, your bachelor's degree isn't setting you apart. Let's be honest. Right now, you've been in the job force for a few years, and everyone has a degree these days, which is awesome, but it just makes more sense to put that work experience at the end. You really need to hit them heavy on your experience and what you can bring to the company. So my last hack is keep your resume on one page. Now, there are a lot of exceptions to that rule. So if you've been in the industry, 15 years, where you just have to put all your heavy hitting facts and you need 2 pages, that's usually okay. And that's pretty good for your executive roles. But for your sales manager roles, your sales executive roles, honestly, keep it all concise on one page. You have to be able to capture the attention quickly, because everyone has I call it shiny ball syndrome. You look at something and you're like, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? So you need to hit with your 5 in each role. Put 5 top things you've done for that role, and how those all parlayed into revenue. Like I said, everything is about money, especially in sales. So keep everything to about 5 top things you've done in each role, because sales manager roles, depending on each company, pretty much they all do the same thing. Some roles are a little bit more proactive, some are a little bit more reactive. So that's what you can explain kind of in your job description. But each of those, even if it was a proactive role and you are prospecting, so you are heavy, you're prospecting, you're cold calling, and those cold calls, you landed this many accounts and it generated this much revenue. X plus X equals this. So, or X plus Y equals Z. Is that what the formula is? I don't know, I didn't go to school for math. But anyhow, keep it very concise. Don't drown it out and put 10 things for each job, because as a salesperson, you know what salespeople do. So keep it all concise. That's my last resume hack. So these are pretty much the few hacks, the big heavy hitting hacks that I find that is useful. But if you want a full checklist on a step-by-step guide on how to create your resume for your dream sales job, go ahead and look right there in the description box and click that free download, and you can get the checklist for yourself. Also, you can go to my Instagram page. It'll be loaded there as well. But I hope you found this video useful. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll go ahead and see you in the next video. Bye.